Hey, what is up, party people? It's Domo and Galarza. We have had a very fucked up week, huh?
Not even week, last like 3 days, I would say.
Last like
the
3
country.
days.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was terrible. So, unless you literally live under the rock,
yeah.
this Charlie Kirk, he was a political activist. He got assassinated. I saw the video of him getting shot. It was nuts.
Awesome. Yeah, that was bad. Once I saw the video, I was like, dude, like, there's no way in hell he's that.
Yeah, I knew it was dead when I saw that video.
Yeah.
So here's an article by Politico. A look at the life of Charlie Kirk, who helped build support for Trump among young people. I feel like they're always going to bring up the fact that he's a Trump supporter in the articles because that's just the media. They like to do that.
Yeah, but he was very helpful in Trump getting reelected this time. So,
yeah, Charlie Kirk, who rose from a teenage conservative campus activist to a top podcaster, culture warrior, and ally of President Donald Trump, was shot and killed Wednesday during one of his trademark public appearances at a college in Utah. He was 31. And you're 29.
Yeah, put that in. They were gonna be 29. Yeah, that puts it in perspective. Yeah.
Kirk died doing what made him a potent political force, rallying the right on a college campus, this time Utah Valley University. His shooting is one of an escalating number of attacks on political figures, from the assassination of a Democratic state lawmaker and her husband in Minnesota to last summer's shooting of Trump that have roiled the nation. So they're just going full out civil war now, huh? Both sides.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
They caught the killer and everything, and he was just more of like he's a MAGA guy, but he thought that Charlie wasn't all right enough. So now it's like,
really?
Yeah, if you kept up. Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, 22 years old.
I know his name was like Tyler Robinson or something like that.
Yeah, but he was from a MAGA family, and father put him in, called the cops on him, and called the authorities and everything, and then. But he was saying, like, it was fucking weird. It's just, yeah.
So I'm not a Mossad agent, unless it was a Mossad asset.
Jesus Christ.
It's like right before Kirk died, he was criticizing Israel, and they were like, no, Goyim.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, Trump announced Kirk's death on a social media site, True Social. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie, Trump wrote. Kirk personified the pugnacious populist conservatism that has taken over the Republican Party in the age of Trump. He launched his organization Turning Point USA in 2012, targeting younger people and venturing onto liberal-leaning college campuses where many GOP activists were nervous to tread. That's something I kind of like about him. He was kind of...
he was just a guy that would, like, let's talk. Like, and I think that's what we need. Like, the civil discourse in this country has just gone to shit, so...
Yeah, so everyone called him a fascist or a Nazi. I think someone who is truly fascist or Nazi would not be debating with people.
Right.
So like, so the thing about him, the social media, I kind of recognize that it was bullshit because he's arguing with people that are like not even developed yet, or younger than me, and of course he's gonna put you think he's gonna put the arguments where he lost?
Not really. But of course, no.
Neither would I, and I sort of see through that.
That's where you have to go. Like, you're not going to go to some mom and pop joint you have 30, 40, 50-year-old guys who are not making money. You need to impression. We're in a time where the youth is so impressionable that they just do the most stupid shit. You're not gonna go to the elderly home. They already fucking lived their life. You know what I mean? That's why. So that's why it makes more sense for him to go to college campuses. Doesn't make no fucking sense to send him to where else would he go? You know what I mean? Because the youth is the future. So why the fuck would we go to all these different places where you already have people who quote unquote already know what the fuck they think and know the way they feel? You know what I mean? Who are stubborn enough to where they're not going to listen. At least with a college kid, they'll listen. And then they maybe get changed in the sense of actually thinking about shit rather than, just being rationalized. But even then, the rationalization that just, it's all bullshit. It sucks.
And he was educating the youth, and that's why he was whacked. Yeah, you know, and
no, because there's a youth movement going on, especially when you tell young white straight males that they're the fucking issue.
Yeah,
sorry, that's fucking, you know.
There's gonna be a backlash to that if that's the case.
You know, all these trans people that have been doing all this shit, it's just a curve. It's a crazy curve that is hitting everything because 4 or 5 years ago it was all fucking MAGA people doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Shootings are shootings regardless. Like, it doesn't matter who the fuck does it. They're all mentally ill. They're all fucking incapable of actually having a fucking common thought. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the media spins it to where like it's always about the guns. It's always about this. It's always about that. It's like, no, that's all bullshit. That's the problem.
Yeah, because I like research like the things that's going on, and it's like a very it's like subjectively it's the guns, but objectively it's a societal issue.
You know, it's a huge societal issue, and that's the problem. It doesn't, and that just shows that it's a societal issue because if 3, 4, 5 years ago it was all Trumpies doing all these fucking mass shootings, but now it's all the fucking trans people that fucking vote left, and they want to take away guns, but who the fuck has all these guns? So, like, that's the thing. Like, dude, like, that's why, like, we say all the time, it's two wings from the same bird.
I grew up with a lot of trans people. They are the type of people that would shoot up a school.
Because they give those vibes.
Yes, and nowadays, since, like, the trans are not popular anymore, you know,
slowly
the woke movement is over and people are sick of.
I'm not saying it's over. I don't think it's over.
What's on its way out? It's not. It doesn't have pop.
I think we're getting back to a place where we could actually have, like, it's not even civil discourse. It's just that it's common sense.
Yeah, and they're like losing their power, and they're like, well, if you're not gonna get our power back, then I'm gonna get my fucking power back. You know, so that's the mentality.
Yeah, and I think that's a problem because it's happening everywhere. It's not just like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, it happened in Iowa, fucking Minnesota, like, all these places. And it's like, you have all these different reasons to, like, you know, but then, I don't know. It just hit me in the heart that, you know, we won't talk about all the stupid bullshit that happened online these last 3 days, but it's just ridiculous that people just, you know, you might not agree with them, you know. Like, I'll even take this. I'll take that you don't think his killing was worthy, but, like, don't even talk about, like, how he was on Earth. You know what I mean? Like, he's been, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, if you're a true Christian, you're this, and this. And it's like, well, there ain't no such thing as a true Christian. Because if we all sin, we all die for Earth. You know what I mean?
Point, yeah.
Like, dude, like, there's nobody fucking perfect besides Jesus Christ. So why the hell do we make it seem like we have to be this, we have to be this genuine virtue signaling fucking bullshitter who always has to be good? Like, no, like, some of those people are the most fucking evilest sons of bitches on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you fake it, God's gonna fucking know you're faking it. Because if you're just doing it for money or you're just doing it for clout, he don't give a fuck.
And Turning Point USA was non-profit, so he wasn't doing it for money.
He wasn't doing it for money. Like, that's PragerU was doing. PragerU wasn't bad. He did a couple things with PragerU. You know, it's just that, like, it's tough, man. It's tough to, like, listen to full-blown conservatives, and it's tough to listen to fucking full-blown progressives. And I think that's where, like, we need the civil discourse, because it's just, you can take from both sides.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have to be, like, split on, like, right-wing stuff. There's stuff on right-wing on, stuff on left-wing on, you know? And that's everybody.
Right. And it should be everybody.
Yes.
You know, I think that's where, like, we have to really, like, have this conversation, especially now, because, dude, that's brutal. I think just social media is just fucking detriment, dude. It's so bad.
I took Instagram and Facebook off of my phone. Did I tell you?
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah,
but
because I don't want to deal with people's crap. Plus, I've been doom scrolling a lot, and I don't want to deal with that.
All my scrolls this past 3 days have been just about, like, Jesus and Kirk and just how savage people are, really. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dude, we shouldn't even been able to see that video. I'm sorry.
What video?
The video of him getting shot. Why the fuck is that on the internet? Why is that on TikTok? Why is that on? Like, we have reached a level of such we have reached a level of such violence in this country that like we don't even disparage that like someone's death like that is, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
We shouldn't even be watching that. And then his young daughters are there. His wife was fucking there. His daughter was running to him.
Yeah, really?
Because she didn't like the sound.
Oh man, that's
like, dude, and that's the shit I hear that pisses me off when people are like, oh, like he deserved it.
I saw two people at work. I'm not going to know the names, but one of them was the incredibly stupid one that I told you about. And she heard me say Charlie Kirk is dead, and she started like clapping like this to another one of her friends. Yeah, I know. She's not a smart person at all. She's really always hitting me up for weed. It's like one time she was like begging me for a ride to work. I was like, my sunburn is killing me. Please, I won't ask you for anything ever again.
That just shows what people, that just shows where people are.
Give you
that just shows where they're at. Yeah, and they don't believe in just civil. It's not even the civil discourse. It's just humanity. Like, dude, like you just fuck you. Like that. I really think that's where I'm very pissed off about. Dude, you could disagree with people. You could do this. You could do that. But just don't ever disrespect a widowing wife, 2 children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
31 years old, bro. Still, he could have been doing this for another fucking 40 years. He could have been president. You never know.
Yeah,
I mean, like the kid, he was like, he's older than me by 2 years, but like, he was to me like, dude, he fucking lived a good life.
Yeah, he lived an incredible life. You can.
And I think with him, it's just the message will be there though. So
yeah,
I'm very fucking, I'm happy that a lot of people are actually appreciating the message now. Sometimes it takes that though,
and the thing about him, he thought the South Park episode was mad funny,
right? He had a sense of humor.
Yeah, because he had a sense of humor, and he didn't believe it should have been banned.
Yeah,
but yeah, the article goes on. It says a backer of Trump during the president's initial 2016 run Kirk took turning point from one of a constellation of well-funded conservative groups to the center of the right of center universe. Turning Point's political wing helped run Get Out the Vote for Trump's 2024 campaign, trying to energize disaffected conservatives who rarely vote. Trump won Arizona, Turning Point's home state, by 5 percentage points after narrowly losing it in 2020. The group is known for its flamboyant events that often feature strobe lighting and pyrotechnics. It claims more than 250,000 student members. Trump on Wednesday praised Kirk, who started as an official advisor during Trump's 2016 campaign and more recently became a confidant. He was a very, very good friend of mine. He was a tremendous person, Trump told the New York Post. Do you think Trump knows something we don't about him getting whacked?
I don't want to go there, but I think, if it's a political assassination, so I'm pretty sure, like, I don't want to go there. It's still, I don't know. It still blows my fucking mind that it happened, to be honest, because, but I think it could be a psyop, to be real.
Yeah,
honestly, the civil, because if you look into all these other outside countries, like I know Poland just did some shit. There's a lot of shit going on in France, like just overthrowing of the governments and everything.
And Nepal too.
Yeah, if you really like pay attention with that, they just want us to. It's a psyop to kind of like just keep us in this era of fucking disagreeing with each other.
Oh yeah,
and that's why we're so fucking ignorant and dumb, because at the end of the day, we're gonna buy it and then fucking And that's the thing. People celebrating Charlie Kirk's death are the types of motherfuckers that if a war was to happen, they're going to fucking die first anyway. So
yeah, I know.
Flying fuck. To be honest, they can kiss my ass. Like and it's just not because I'm a Kirk guy. It's just fucking human decency.
Exactly.
You don't have to mourn him. You don't have to do this, but don't be fucking, everybody's going to lose their jobs. There's about like 20,000 people that are going to lose their jobs because they found out like all their information.
Really?
Yeah. And that's what should happen when you do dumb shit like that. So like there's 3 Massachusetts administrators that posted something. Yeah.
Like, and they're gonna, you died or shit like that.
Or like he deserved it or some shit.
Oh my God.
And one's in Mount Wachusett, so. Yeah.
So around my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
During the 2020 riots, there was this girl. She was going to Wachusett High School, and she like got into Harvard and everything, very smart. And she was like, she like posted a video of herself like burning like a Blue Lives Matter flag, saying "kill all cops."
Oh, did she not get accepted then? Right.
I think she got her thing rescinded. Yeah.
Good. That's why life. You just treat people the way you want to be treated, and you don't do stupid shit, and that's stupid shit.
Yeah, and they're doing it for attention.
They're doing it for the attention, and they're doing it because they're fucking rationalized, regardless if it's either side. Like, it would have been fucking stupid for a full-blown Trumpy to fucking burn a Black Lives Matter flag.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, at the end of the day, like, we don't need your fucking bullshit. Like, we need, I don't know.
We need to remember that we're Americans. You know what nationalism is? Uniting under one thing.
Right. We can't even do that.
Yeah, you can't even do that regardless of who you are. If you live here...
Progressives think it's fucking racist to have an American flag at your house. It's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with people? But then they want to fucking say never forget on fucking 9/11. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I know.
No, because you fucking... It doesn't suit... No, that's bullshit.
All right, Kirk showed off in apocalyptic style during his podcast, radio show, and on the campaign trail. During an appearance with Trump in Georgia last fall, he said that Democrats stand for everything God hates. Kirk called Trump versus Kamala Harris choice a spiritual battle.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is a Christian state. No, it isn't!
What?
He says this is a Christian state. Like, buddy.
Yeah.
The founding fathers explicitly wanted separation of church and state.
Right.
I like it. I like to see it stay that way. Kirk told the 10,000 or so Georgians who at one point joined Kirk in a deafening chant of "Christ is King, Christ is King." Okay, yeah, that's what I didn't like about him. The Christian nationalism, nah, man.
Yeah, but dude, we need Jesus. I think we need to have some level of that because there's no reason why we should be in the state we're in if we're the greatest country on the planet. Well, I'll just leave you there because we have so much bullshit, you know? And I think that's where they made it seem like God was the issue, and God's not the issue. It's the fucking politicians. It's everybody that's in charge. It's everybody that doesn't give a flying fuck. But we vote this way, and we do this, and we do that. That's bullshit. Now you turned it, and we made us, the Western civilizations made it godless. We made our civilizations godless because they want us to fucking worship fucking all this bullshit. That's what it is. It's all bullshit, dude. Dude, if you have Christ on your side,
you're unstoppable.
You're unstoppable. And that's where, you know, people don't want to fucking think like that.
The thing about religion over here, though, is that they're very blurred when it comes to separation of church and state.
No, it's not that it's
you can
blurred.
still do like religious and have like religious themes, but if it comes to the government,
fucking rich pastors making money off the Lord's fucking name. That's the issue. If it's a true separation of church and state, the state should be able to tax the church.
Yeah, I know.
I'm all for fucking taxing the church. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, these motherfuckers, especially down in the South, Texas, Georgia, these mega churches, those motherfuckers don't pay taxes and they don't pay shit. I'm not fucking mad that they're not paying taxes. I'm just mad that you preaching God's word and you fucking driving in a Rolls Royce.
And American society kind of encourages stuff like that.
We like a capitalist society. And I think that's where I have no problem living in a capitalist society, but don't use God's words to make your fucking money.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of the biggest sins. Because you're using and abusing these good Christian people for your word or for your psyop. You know what I mean? And that pisses me off. That's why, like, with me, like, I never loved, like, any of those guys. Like, the Joel Osteens, any of them. Like, dude, like, you know, it's just that, like, God to me and Jesus to me is, like, that should be your one-on-one thing. I don't believe that you need to go to church. You don't need to, you know, just know the Bible and just know that, you know.
I hate church.
You know, it's not that I hate church. It's just more of, like, dude, like, it's just, you know, there's too many things. Like, you think a building's going to protect you from just all the evil you've ever done in your life when you already know that if you believe in Christ, he already forgave you for your sins. So why would you feel like you need protection in body of like or a building rather than like you not being protected by your already savior. Oh, I don't like no. That's where that's where we're at. Where religion with me is just like, dude, just treat people the way you want to be treated, and you just do what you have to do, and you have to just have some level of consciousness to believe in it, rather than just be, like, dude, like I always thought that the actions of drinking, smoking, no, like, dude, those aren't bad actions. Those aren't sinful actions. It's just that those are numbing actions.
Numbing actions, absolutely.
So why would I believe that this guy who's an alcoholic is a bad person rather than this person who's a fucking evil motherfucker, but he doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he doesn't do that? Like, no, like, it's the actions, and it's the words of God rather than actually, and even the actions of God.
Oh yeah, and like a lot of people say, like, taking the Lord's name in vain, that doesn't mean saying stuff like "Oh my God" or "Jesus Christ."
Yeah,
that means saying God wants me to do this. God wants me. God wants money. God wants me to have Bugatti.
Yeah, and God wanted me to kill that person. God wanted me to do this.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
And that's where like the Koreshes and the Mansons and the John, what was the one from Jamestown? John Smith?
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. Okay. Jim Jones. Not the rapper. Don't worry. He got your back. But, no, that's where we're in a very hard time right now, man. And I think it all does come back to Christ and just believing, you know what I mean? We're in a psyop because I do think Israel, with it being a Jewish, with it wanting to get back to where the biblical Israel was, they want to take over Jordan. They want to do all this shit. So if you keep up with the biblical level of what they want to do, that's where we have to stop, because we have to. I'm not going into war for that shit.
Yeah, and something I noticed about like the Jews,
I think that's where Charlie, like the one thing with Charlie, I didn't agree with. Like, there's a couple things.
Yeah, he criticized Israel's aspect,
but he was getting out of it. He was getting out of that mindset, and that's where my head went right away, because it was like a week ago. He's like, no, like, dude, I'm not a fan of Israel anymore, and it's just like what he's just been doing, and it's just like, like we have no right to help them, not even biblically.
Yeah, I know. And if you want to make it biblical, before Islam came to that region, Palestinians were Jews,
right?
So, and I think when it comes to biblical stuff, so we have like before Christ, and after Christ, Anno Domini, like as the way to differentiate, the time. Well, the Jews specifically will reject Christ in their religion.
Right.
Like,
and Islam, he's a prophet.
Yeah, Islam is a prophet.
Like,
at least
we're not
embrace
with Islam, but we're close,
Yeah, and we're close with Israel. So, so if you want to do spiritual warfare and you want to make it Christ as king, why are we kissing Israel's butt?
Yeah.
When they don't acknowledge Jesus.
When every single Middle Eastern country was cool with us before Israel.
Yes, exactly.
Iran was a fucking beautiful country back in the 70s.
I mean, it still is, but like it was like
it still is, but come on, man. Like all these places, man.
Yeah, and like, and here's the thing about like, even if you want to say that Israel is a beautiful country that accomplished a lot, and with like sexy IDF soldiers, female soldiers in the IDF, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing about them. So in the 90s, during the Oslo Accords, I forget the name of the Prime Minister of Israel, but he was assassinated. He was one of the people that was trying to make peace with the Palestinians.
Yeah, that's how Netanyahu got in, I think.
Yes, and everyone in Israel noticed that Netanyahu was involved in the assassination in his camp. And Netanyahu, no one in Israel likes him.
Right.
And he I think it's like he has like a 66% disapproval rating.
Right.
And there was even video of him saying that he doesn't know why the United States does everything to support us. It's absurd. We bomb people every day, and they still don't like us. And he explicitly said that he wanted to kill Palestinians. So they see through his crap. Even the ones that probably hate Palestinians to death probably see through his crap. And he even said that 9/11 was going to be very good for Israel. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know if we can truly break free of Mossad.
No, they infiltrated us, dude. It's just we're not gonna be able to do it. It's not a short time thing. It's a long term thing. We need to get back to being able to be our own country, and we haven't been our own country since the 40s. So
yeah, I know.
Since the exact year that Israel became a state, we haven't been our own fucking country. So.
Yeah, I feel like they officially got us when like RFK was whacked because he was trying to stop them from getting nukes.
Yeah, JFK too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They had a plan too. They were going to bomb Miami. Didn't make it look like Cuba did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Operation Mockingbird or no, not Mockingbird. So Operation something.
It started with
Northwoods. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you already had the Bay of Pigs. You had all this shit. Like, dude, it was just all, yeah. When you really look back at history, dude, it's fucking, we're the winners, but winners write history. So, like, I feel like we're in the wrong on a lot of the shit that they taught us now.
Yeah, man.
That's what fucking sucks. When you realize that, like, we would just been fucking duped. That's why that's why history is important. When people are like, oh, history this, history that, it's like, yeah, but we got to know. It's good to know.
Yeah, I've been reading history since like 7th grade as a hobby, and I've noticed all these like patterns in history.
Yeah,
like everyone likes to talk about like how Hitler rose to power and how Hitler is the ultimate demon of the United States. How do you think he rose to power?
Right.
Who was funding him? He was doing business with like Ford. He was doing business with Volkswagen. He was doing and like. So basically, in the 20s, Germany was basically going through the problems that we're having now.
Right.
They had like pornography in the street. Yeah. Like kids were walking to school seeing that stuff. Like, like whoa.
And they had no money because they fucking lost. They got blamed for World War One.
Yeah, and they got blamed for World War One.
Which was fucking stupid because who killed Franz Ferdinand? That was in Austria.
Yeah, Austria. A Serbian killed him.
A Serbian killed him, but they blamed fucking Germany.
Yeah, and they had treaties where they had to go into like war with each other.
That's Treaty of Versailles.
The Treaty of Versailles was what humiliated fucking Germany after the war.
Yeah.
And Hitler realized that the bankers were kind of like responsible for like all the things, so they were kind of
Jews ran like they would.
And Jews ran. That's where you get stab in the back myth. And and here's the thing about Karl Marx, because like I'm studying Karl Marx for class. He and Hitler actually had problems with the same problems with banks. So they were kind of two sides of the same coin. And Karl Marx arguably was responsible for just as many people as Hitler getting killed, if not more.
Yeah, because he's the father of communism. So if you really think about that, yeah, you hit that on the head.
Yeah, I know.
Because if he's responsible for creating this problem, he should get those Mao Zedong kills. He should get these kills.
Yeah, I know.
Because he created it. So
yeah, and you ever hear someone say, "Would you go back in time and kill baby Stalin?"
Yeah.
Nope. And so like why are we putting Hitler on a pedestal? You're pedestalizing him. And that's what they do to keep you in line.
Yeah.
Even
though they're dealing, And that if you saw that video, they switched it, they AI'd his voice to English, what he was saying. And that shit was crazy.
If I were back then, I would have liked him to. I'm not saying he was a good guy. He wasn't.
Of course not.
But like you gotta put yourself in people's shoes. Why did people like this guy so much? He was speaking to like what they were dealing with, like 800,000 homeless people,
okay.
a million veterans out in the street. The banks.
They would try to get the drag queens and the pornography. That's what was a big one. And a lot of societies fall when we start doing that shit. So
yeah, no, 2007. I was like, do you think the sexual revolution in general was a psyop?
I don't think it's a psyop, but it's just more of like just look at any true civilization. It always comes down when we talk about gender. Yeah, it goes down. Like a fucking dude. Like there's always been trans people. There's always been fucking dudes that wear dresses and shit. Like there's always been it. Even like Romans. Like there's always been. You know what I mean? Like fuck. Like that's why like it's not hateful to like just fucking not know what the fuck's going on. It's always been there since the dawn of time. But it's just once you start unpacking it and fucking making it about bigger issues when it's 1% of the fucking population, when 13% of the population can't even fucking get their you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they can't get their fucking help because they're just using them as the fucking vote.
And they're getting about silent too.
Right. Because they're fucking, the main reason why they're getting fucked is because of the 1% though. And not the 1% we really should be focusing on. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Like you're demeaning. That's so fucking demeaning. It's very demeaning that you're allowing fucking 1% of the 1% of the population to fucking get way more credit than fucking 13% of the population that built this fucking country. Yeah, it's bullshit. And that's whereas if I was a black man or a black woman, I would be fucking angry. And I don't understand it. Like they're just not, And that's where you have to have these, you have to have these conversations.
Anything else?
You can finish that. That was the end of the article.
Oh, no, that wasn't the end of the article.
Yeah, we can finish the article if you wanted.
It's a long article.
All right, go to like the last paragraph.
All right. Are we going to learn from what I call the MAGA doctrine? The MAGA doctrine, which is a doctrine of American renewal and revival, one that America is the greatest country in the history of the world. There's a quote from him. Yeah, poetic. All right, we're going to take a break. And want to talk about Saudi Arabia next, or do you want to talk about Iryna Zarutska next?
No, we could talk about Iryna.
All right, we're going to talk about another depressing subject. We'll be back. Yep. We're back. We're going to talk about Iryna Zarutska. So for those of you who have also been living under a rock, this poor, girl who was my age, she was stabbed to death on a bus. I even saw the video, like, no one helped her.
I know. That's what the worst part of it was.
Yeah. It's like American society, no one wants to help each other.
No.
It's like, I remember seeing like a documentary on like Newark, New Jersey, where they were saying if you see someone getting their ass beat, keep your head down and keep walking. They probably did something to deserve their ass beat. What could she have possibly done to deserve that?
Yeah. Unless it's like mob ties or some shit. That's where it's like...
What, Ukrainian mob ties?
No. I'm not saying that for this. I'm saying that to your Newark thing. That's why.
Yeah.
Back then, it was fucking so mob-based that it's like, shit.
Yeah, and the guy who stabbed her, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to give you attention.
He had 14 fucking arrests. He already been fucking to jail 14 times.
And he released him. His mother even told the judge not to release him, but she released him.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, a United States attorney and regional FBI leader fought off tears on Tuesday as they recalled their conversation with Iryna Zarutska's family at a press conference in Charlotte. Zarutska, who was 23, was just building her young life, Charlotte FBI special agent in charge, James Barnacle Jr. said, "Barnacles. Barnacle boy. Barnacle man."
Jesus Christ.
She fled to Charlotte from Ukraine in 2022 to escape Russia's invasion of her country. Last month, as she rode the light rail through Southend, Carlos Brown Jr. stabbed her to death. Oh, I said his name. Whoops. Stabbed her to death, authorities say. Footage of the killing has sparked outrage in Charlotte and across the country. President Donald Trump has said she was slaughtered by a deranged monster. And if the races were reversed, Charlotte would be burning to the fucking ground right now.
Yeah, it would. They would,
Yeah.
You can be honest with that, yeah.
And this is a picture of Iryna Zarutska. She was like very pretty.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Fucking beautiful, dude.
Ukrainians, yeah.
They're fucking beautiful. Russian and Ukrainian women, dude. That's
Slavic women in general are just more
fucking mwah.
Yeah.
And then this fucking god, fucking ridiculous.
Need to go to like Serbia again.
And these are the types of people that, did you hear that? Hopefully they talk about it, but someone started a GoFundMe for the killer.
What?
Yeah, swear to God.
Who?
Some fucking dumb shit. Like, dude, they took it down, but someone...
boy, he ain't do nothing.
No, it wasn't even like that. It was just more because he was mentally ill.
If he was mentally ill, he should not have been outside to begin with.
Right. Like, that's why we need fucking mental institutions back, dude. Yeah, I mean, like, actual mental institutions. Not like some place in the in the hospitals, dude. Fuck that.
If they can't get their shit together right for themselves, they can at least protect other people. You know? All right. The U.S. Attorney Russ Ferguson and Barnacle said they spoke with Zarutska's mother and uncle moments before the press conference announcing a federal charge. An FBI translator...
All right, good.
That was good. Yeah. An FBI translator helped make the conversation possible, they said. They wanted to talk about their daughter. An emotional Ferguson said of the conversation. Zarutska has been staying in a bomb shelter in Ukraine before coming to the United States, the men said. She had a degree in art and restoration from a Kiev college, Barnacle said. The special agent added that she quickly settled into Charlotte when she came to the city. She made friends. Barnacle said she immediately got a job the first day she was allowed to work. She got a work permit here. She worked as a senior citizen center. She worked at a pizza place. She took care of animals in the neighborhood. She had recently moved in with a partner. The killing happened as she came home from work, Ferguson confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
The Ukrainian embassy called and said that they could facilitate her return to the country, he said. Her family said no, she loved America. We're going to bury her here, the U.S. attorney recalled. Brown faces state and federal charges, murder in Mecklenburg County and committing an act causing death on a mass transportation system in federal court.
Yeah.
Why? I just don't understand why no one helped her.
The biggest thing that got me was I got a white girl.
I got a white... Oh.
He said that in the video.
Okay, get the white devil. Kill the white devil dead.
Yeah, so...
That was probably... Do you think that was like one
This is to me, out of everything. She's a young woman, Ukrainian. This to me could be like the biggest racial psyop that could be, especially with Charlie, with everything the last like 3 to 5 days. It's just, like I said, man, it's all going back to these things that are happening in Nepal and France, and it's the overthrowing and the, you know what I mean? Rioting's okay, like rioting's good. Rioting is good for the right reasons. But Americans riot for dumb fucking shit. In the sense of like being told to riot. Because it's all emotional based. It's not because we're getting fucked and 1% gets richer and this, and this. And insurance policies are going to just go through the fucking roof when we break a fucking Nike place rather than break down the fucking Capitol. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where oh my God, man. It's just too emotionally based, bro. And I think with us, this is a fucking fucked up situation regardless. Because you hit it right on the head. Like, dude, if 3 fucking white people were sitting next to that, and a white person did that to a black chick, come on.
That black shit, oh my God.
Like, we would have known about it right away. What gets me is CNN didn't post shit about this.
Yeah, no shit. They're not going to post about that because they're profiting off the war in Ukraine, and they want Ukrainian refugees to get killed.
Yeah.
You know?
It's fucking sad.
Yeah, and
it just it's annoying because it makes, at the end of the day, dude, you're making more Republicans, you're making more conservatives, you're making more this because of the way you fucking do shit. Because the way that the media is just too reliant on not fucking saying the right shit. It's just fucking, it's ridiculous. Like, news should be news, regardless of what the situation is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If it bleeds, it leads. Like, dude, this is a situation where, dude, like, what the fuck, man? We should have known about that shit. But we didn't. So.
Yeah, and like, no one's burning down cities over her. Like what, you burn down like Minneapolis over some crackhead?
Yeah.
And but this like innocent like girl
because it all comes back to, like you said, and it's psyops. No, we all believe. No, that's the thing. Like liberal, nothing's wrong with a 2001 liberal, but a 2001 liberal is a fucking conservative now.
Yeah.
We've pushed the envelope. They pushed the goalpost so much and so far that even a moderate is considered right. And that's where we have to have these conversations.
After 9/11, all politics shifted towards the right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the article goes on. Family speaks out through lawyer. In a statement this week, Zarutska's family asked for the media and public not share footage of her killing. Attorney Lauren, I saw it on Alex Jones, the footage of her death. Attorney Lauren Newton, who is representing them, shared the statement. Their immediate priority is to ensure the man responsible for Iryna's murder is brought to justice and remains behind bars, the statement said, but they also want change. They pointed to a lack of invisible or effective security presence at the light rail, a failure of oversight by the Charlotte area transit system, and a lack of safety measures. The family called for a full investigation. Yeah, something I know. I actually heard that he didn't have a ticket to board the train.
Wow.
Yeah. This could have been anyone riding the rail that night. We are committed to making sure this never happens again, they said. Oh, so their family is understanding. All right. I'm glad their family is taking it to heart, because like in Eastern Europe, if you do that on a train, either that guy is going to be dead, or someone who is beating up is going to be dead.
Yeah,
and that's not a thing in America, unfortunately.
Right.
The statement said she was loved by her family and friends and working on improving her English. The night she was killed, she texted her boyfriend to say she would be home soon. But when she didn't arrive at her apartment, her loved ones were alarmed and saw her phone's location showing her at a light rail station. They went to the station and warned the news. Yeah, and her body was probably still on the train when it happened. I mean, what do you have to gain from like stabbing a random girl to death on a train anyway? Like,
dude,
what is that?
Said 14 counts, dude. These are the problems with the country, and the real issue I have when it really comes down to it. If you fuck up once and you become a felon, you're the one that, and you're busting your ass and you're doing everything and you can't vote. That motherfucker should be allowed to vote. It's these motherfuckers that would just vote for fucking all the bullshit. We have to find a number, amount of counts, and amount of felonies you do to make it to where you should be a fucking civilized. You should be able to vote. You should be like, dude, like to equate a motherfucker that just has one stupid did it when they were young, 18, the fucking like, dude, this is a career fucking criminal.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That guy should have been fucking locked up for a long fucking time. But this is our justice system. Our justice system isn't there for these motherfuckers. They allow these motherfuckers to go because they think they could. It's like Captain Save-A-Ho. But it's like fucking, it's ridiculous because you lock up the guys who fucking do the one stupid mistake between fucking 16 to 25, and it's just one felony, and they're not ever gonna be able to fucking have an actual life they want to live, unless they fucking sing or do whatever the fuck they got. You know what I mean? But then these motherfuckers do walk free. That's the problem with the justice system. We don't have no way of actually fucking dictating who the fuck we should. There should be a law to where if you have a certain amount of felonies, I don't know where you want to stop. I think 5, but 3 sounds like too much. Like, dude, like we need a law federally. I'm sorry, there should be in fucking every state, because there are states that have death penalties, which they put away, and they do the mistake of fucking killing somebody that didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, of course, there's those mistakes, but for the amount of felonies that you commit should be an automatic death sentence. I'm sorry. Like 14, dude. 14. Like, go through his charges. Because if he had 14 charges.
That touches on deeply divisive topics regarding.
Oh, there we go. But that's what I mean. Like, these types of fucking people should be locked under the prison, man. I don't know if they're all felonies. I don't know if they're all misdemeanors. Like, but that shit matters, man.
Mecklenburg County Court and jail records show Brown has been, and this guy's a criminal justice major, by the way, so who knows it.
Right, but
yeah, he has a degree in criminal justice. But shows Brown has been arrested in connection with 14 cases spanning more than a decade.
More than a decade, but how many are misdemeanor, how many are felony?
Let me see. His history includes convictions for felony larceny, robbery with a dangerous weapon, and communicating threats, leading to a 6-year prison sentence in 2015 for incidents dating to 2013 and 2014. He was released in 2020. Within months of release, Brown was charged with assaulting his sister, and according to WSOC TV, even Brown's mother has blamed the courts for allowing her son to be out in the community.
Yeah, see, smart woman. Good. Like, what the fuck?
Now, a lot of people make it about mental health. So,
nothing's wrong with mental health, but like, dude, like, something like this, when you have the levels of career criminals that we have in this fucking country, it's not like, and this might fucking break some hearts, but dude, it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing. I don't give a fuck about the race of the person. I don't give a fuck about the creed or the fucking religion. At the end of the day, these career criminals need to be fucking buried under the fucking jail. I'm sorry. We're not saving them, dude. We're not saving them by just fucking allowing them to walk free. And if they're fucking the repeat offenders, dude, no one should be able to have fucking 14 counts. There should be a fucking, if you have more than 5, you should be in fucking jail for so long, depending on what you fucking do. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, like, this is what I fucking can't stand. Because you want prison reform. You want all this you want this shit. But then you allow people like this to get fucking free. You allow the fucking crazy motherfuckers that just come back to you free. And you don't allow the fucking 18 to 24-year-old kid who made a fucking mistake, who just did stupid shit, who happened to... We'll talk pot, for instance. Drug charges. Fuck it. They get a felony drug charge because they sell a fucking decent amount of side of weed.
Yeah.
But they can't get fucking out of jail. But this motherfucker can.
There are people who are doing 25 to life just for weed.
Right.
And this guy who assaulted his sister?
Fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. And
and they're profiting off fucking billions of dollars of fucking revenue in many states because of fucking weed now.
Yeah.
But we got every motherfucker because of weed. Like, other drugs are different. Like, if we're talking coke, we're talking all this other shit. Okay, like, that's where, like,
weed is just the plant that makes you feel funny.
Right. Like, weed is weed.
That's all it is.
Is weed. Weed charges should be dropped. Everything else we could have a civil discourse about, because we can't allow every fucking drug to be fucking free. That's crazy.
That's bad.
But weed charges, they should be fucking dropped. It's just that because it's not federally legal, that's what it is. And then they get them on a federal charge, and a federal charge will fuck you, and that's where they get mostly felonies because of weed. Because you would think it would just be a misdemeanor in some of these fucking states. No, it's felony. Because of the amount of fucking ounces, or the amount of whatever the fuck. But it's ridiculous, man.
But yeah, and if you want to talk about mental health...
Plus, some of these states don't legalize weed. Like, you would think Florida would be a state to legalize weed, right?
Yeah.
No, they gotta fucking protect their pain pill industry.
And that's why you have crazy people all over Florida.
Why you have fucking crazy people all over Florida, because they're fucking on all these fucking opioids.
Yeah,
and they can't even fucking get weed because they go to jail longer for weed than fucking opioids.
Yeah, and there's no mental health resources in Florida, period. If you want to talk about mental health. Right. And if you want to talk about mental health...
You would think that living in a beautiful fucking state like Florida would be enough, but no, it's not, right?
Yeah.
They put you on the shit, huh? You would think, All
right, let's
get laced with fucking fentanyl, and then you fucking you're dead. And you're in one of the most beautiful fucking states in the country. You know how fucking gorgeous Florida is? How the fuck do you just knock and go crazy, dude? That's insane. Like, how beautiful it is.
I mean, they got alligators down there, so I'll be scared to live down there.
Bitch.
Probably be paranoid for,
And, all right, then what the fuck? What are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
But yeah, and if you want to argue about, like, it was mental health, so, have you ever seen videos of the Parkland shooter getting interviewed?
Yeah,
like interrogated.
That motherfucker was autistic as shit.
Yeah, and
What was his name?
Nicholas Cruz.
Yeah.
And he was getting interviewed by an interrogator, and so basically what they do in prison, they analyze you psychologically, and when you're in prison, you're excited to talk to anyone because you're in your cell 23 hours a day. So he was talking, and basically he found out that Cruz he's not just some retard, he's smart.
Yeah. No, like I said, autistic as fuck, but smart as hell.
Yeah, and he was like he spoke eloquently. He spoke. He remembered specific like people he killed in Parkland High School, and he was talking about JROTC, which was apparently the peak of his life. JROTC, what a dork! But he probably called his girlfriend "my dark princess" or something like that. You know. But he was getting in to say that in the ROTC, if someone fell down, you need to help him back up. You know, stuff like that. So if you knew that, why the fuck did you shoot up a school? You know, it's the same thing with this Brown guy that stabbed an innocent girl to death. Brown was diagnosed with schizophrenia and had a documented pattern of delusional behavior. Pattern noticing. And they still didn't
Don't give a fuck.
Give a shit. And in January, he was arrested after allegedly repeatedly calling 911 to claim that a man-made material had been implanted in his body and was dictating his ability to eat, walk, and speak.
Yeah, dude, this guy's fucking sad. So this is where we have to have these conversations. This is the civil discourse we want, right?
Yeah.
This is the civil discourse. We're talking about mental health. We're talking about career criminals. We're talking about the fucking charges. Come on, then. Like, let's be fucking real. Like, let's be honest, man. A guy like that should have never been able to walk out. But then we're going to use the mental health. If this motherfucker claims insanity, I'm going to be fucking pissed. That's the type of shit that makes me fucking go crazy. Because oh my God, man. It's ridiculous.
I know people who are like actually schizophrenic, and they are like medicated to shit. Because if you're schizophrenic, you are genuinely like a danger to yourself.
Right. And a danger to society. If you're not on fucking your pills.
Yes.
Because at any given moment, you think you're fucking seeing the Antichrist, you could fucking stab someone.
Yeah, I know. They're probably... Say you are actually insane and you really did think Jesus came to you and told you to stab that girl.
Right.
Then you're definitely a danger to society, because if Jesus is... then it's like a cop-out, dude, because like Jesus would never tell people to do that.
No, and it's just a cop-out like when they use mental health like this.
Yeah, I know.
It's bullshit. Like it's very upsetting, man. When you hear the amount of charges this motherfucker has and they just didn't do shit. Like it's fucking redundant, but dude, you have to keep those motherfuckers in jail, man. I'm sorry. Like you just have to. Like how many charges does it have to be, man? Like we're law-abiding citizens, I would say. So haven't been to jail, but like it's just, fuck you. Asshole. Haven't been to jail as an adult. Asshole. That bitch. But we are, you know what I mean? It's just, how many charges do you have to hear to like just put away a motherfucker, man? Like how what's too many? What's the amount, man? And you already got it. He was already a felon with the larceny. I don't know, man. Like, dude, these are tough times. We're in tough times because we can't be fucking honest. Can't be honest. Can't be blunt. A blunt truth is fucking words, is killing words now, I guess. or gets you killed. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, man. I got nothing to add other than fuck the justice system and rest in peace to Iryna Zarutska.
Yeah, and that's the whole other thing is what if she was American? Would it make it fucking better? Would it have been a bigger fucking news story? No, it wouldn't have not been. So don't even because she's a refugee from Ukraine, does it make it fucking less evil of the act? No, of course not. And I think that's where we have to have. They're gonna just be, oh, it's just some refugee, and like, nah, motherfucker. Like, it would have not even been news if it was some white fucking blonde American chick, bro, because they would have never fucking wanted to talk about it. So,
all right, we're gonna take a break and
we're gonna talk about fucking Saudis buying out WWE.
Yep,
do $350 million to WWE.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Now we're going to talk about the worst topic we can possibly talk about. This blows all the other topics we talked about.
Jesus Christ. Stop it, you fucking retard. All right. We're wrestling fans. We're trying to go back to the wrestling. It was just announced that WrestleMania 43 is going to Saudi Arabia as they were the highest bidder. So $250 million was paid to the WWE, and we could load up the article, but as a big fan of wrestling, it's kind of grinding my gears that they did this, because fuck, man. I understand what they're trying to do with money, make it a business, like, but dude, it's WrestleMania. That's a big four. I don't think the big four. You could make any other fucking pay-per-view. And even if you wanted to go to London, I'm okay with London, because UK fans are fucking legit, dude. So you could have went to Wembley. You could have done, there's so many possibilities of actually being able to host it in Europe, but then they didn't. So I don't know, but what you gonna do?
Yeah, I know. So I'm just arguing. But yeah, you said that they all look like they didn't want to be in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Saudi Arabia. It's like worse than like the Taliban when it comes to like women's rights. And WWE, they came I've noticed that they've came a long way when it comes to like female wrestlers in their ranks.
Mm.
So
no, they have to wear full body suits.
Full body suits.
So like they don't have to cover their face or anything, but like they have to wear like full body. So it's just like legit their hands and like their face.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, and I just think I don't know. Never mind. Let me just read the article.
Yeah.
All right. This article is by Alfred Canola. It's from Forbes. WWE WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. Triple H announces historic event. Triple H announced WWE WrestleMania 43 will emanate from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 2027. The announcement was made from a press conference in Las Vegas, home of WrestleMania 42. The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vakir, Logan Paul, and WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins were all in attendance. This is an incredible day, said Triple H. Since 1985, WrestleMania has stood as the pinnacle for sports and entertainment and is one of the greatest sports franchises the world has ever seen. Today, we are here to talk about what's next for the legacy of WrestleMania, oil. And to help us announce this, I want to welcome a dear friend. We are currently in our 8th of a long-term and fruitful partnership with the GEA. This partnership, guided by His Excellency Turkey Alakshi.
Oh Jesus, Conan.
I can't pronounce it. I'm just gonna say Turkey. Has seen historic first years after year as we work together to collectively reshape what's possible in global entertainment. Hold on, his name sounds familiar. I want to check something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, born 1981. Okay, it couldn't have been him. One of the guys that donated to Al Qaeda was this Saudi official named Turkey.
Mm.
So I
Maybe
wanted
this
to
guy's dad or uncles.
maybe. I don't know. For the first time, WrestleMania will be held outside of the United States and Canada. In 2027, we are proud to announce that WrestleMania 43 will take place in Saudi Arabia as part of Riyadh season. Triple H continued alongside Alak Sheikh. WWE has already announced in 2026 Royal Rumble for Saudi Arabia, and now its biggest event of the year will follow suit. Between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, these will be the two single biggest one-night payouts in WWE history. Yeah, I never knew that they never had a WrestleMania outside of the United States and Canada. That's news to me.
Yeah, no. So they've had like two, but it's Toronto, because Toronto was WrestleMania 6 and now it was WrestleMania 18.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Hogan was a big proponent of both those manias. So, that's where he faced Rock at 18, and then he faced Ultimate Warrior. So,
oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Something I noticed about Canadian media. This is kind of related, but not really. But Canadian cartoons are terrible, and that's because like guys like Teletoon, they're required to make cartoons like once a year.
oh shit.
Yeah, that's why you have like growing up on Cartoon Network, you saw these like dog shit like Flash animated cartoons, and the only like one that really holds up is Total Drama Island. Remember Total Drama Island?
You're in there. Yeah,
it was the best show ever. Oh my god, so love it. But yeah, something I noticed if you're a wrestling dynasty, you're either from Texas, the Samoan Islands, or rural Canada.
Yeah.
Because Canada, like my friend said this one, you were there when I said that Canada is basically what the United States would be if they never seceded from Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, WWE's first event with Saudi Arabia as part of the Vision 2030 deal came as part of the greatest Royal Rumble. Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi's crown prince, a millennial wrestling fan, reportedly requested several WWE legends to be a part of the historic show. Fortunately, many of the legends requested had perished.
Right.
Why did he request Iron Sheik?
He probably requested a lot of... No, dude, he requested a lot of dead fucking wrestlers.
Imagine if he requested Chris Benoit.
Oh, God. Jesus, dude. Lord.
I saw, when quarantine was going on, remember the Dome era, the Thunderdome era?
Yeah.
That was wild. I like turned on wrestling on TV. I was like, what the? But yeah, there was like someone put like a picture of Chris Benoit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That was
just
funny.
Yeah, that was wild. That was fucking crazy. Oh God.
Yeah, I love wrestling fans. For what it's worth, semi-accurate, mistake-prone editor of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer, suggested Saudi Arabia wants similar nostalgic star power for WrestleMania 43, targeting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to headline the event.
Yep. Of
course, they're going to have him. Those in Saudi Arabia, close to the General Entertainment Authority, headed by Alal Sheikh, confirmed this weekend that the window is official, and they claim negotiations for Dwayne Johnson were advancing, and they had believed the deal was close enough to be finalized, Meltzer wrote. We have not been able to confirm any of this with those in WWE, which would be involved in the talks. The impression is that the final payment number for the show will be affected by whether or not they get The Rock in the main event. Johnson was recently seen weeping in the midst of a 15-minute standing ovation for his Ilm smashing machine. Ilm. It says Ilm. I-L-M.
Nice.
Typo. I want to see Smashing Machine so badly, though.
Yeah.
The Mark Kerr biopic has emerged as an early dark horse this Academy Awards season. The typically yoked Rock has also made headlines for his significant weight loss. The good news is, if The Rock really is a part of All Hands on Deck WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, he'll have 2 years to put the weight back on. I mean, he was bigger than when he was in his prime, so he probably got off steroids or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you think The Rock is not roided up, you are either ignorant or in denial. But yeah, once upon a time, the term Saudi Arabia struck fear and outrage into the hearts of wrestling Twitter. At the height of Saudi toxicity, elected officials known for their unwavering morals publicly criticized and discouraged WWE with moving forward with Crown Jewel following the tragic murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. No, not only has WWE remained steadfast in its once controversial relationship with Saudi Arabia, Saudi American events have not become normalized. Through Zuffa Boxing, Saudi Arabia is said to become the center of the boxing universe, starting with a super fight this weekend between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. The highly anticipated bout performed by Royal Court Advisor Turkey Alak Sheikh will air on Netflix, the top streaming platform in America. So it'll be like the Tyson fight and have like no connection towards it. The Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, and Mike Tyson will be this old fucking man. He's getting his ass handed to him by Jake Paul.
Oh, Lord. No, it's actually two good fighters, so you'll be fine.
In hindsight, WWE was simply a guinea pig to see how much blowback a pro wrestling promotion would get for working with Saudi Arabia. As the outrage died down, WWE's bags blew up. Now everybody from the top stand-up comedians to pro golfers is going to Saudi. Yeah, I don't got nothing to say to that other than Saudi Arabia and Israel are dragging us into wars a lot. It's probably why people don't like them. They're also very mean to their women. I don't appreciate that. I like women. My mother was a woman. But yeah, they're kind of with TKO TKO is a Saudi owned company, right?
No. TKO is in America. They own UFC and they own WWE.
Yeah, TK. But so Saudi Arabia is holding like boxing events. So does that mean they're like taking over like the combat sports sphere?
I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, I got nothing to add. Do you got anything to add?
No, I just think the big four should have stayed or given it to UK, honestly. Because it's just, no one's going to fucking be, as an American, they're not going to be able to travel to Saudi. I'm just sorry. They're going to spend a shit ton of money. So, I don't know.
Yeah. How long was the segment?
Not long. What's 55? 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's I got nothing to say.
Yeah? No, we good. Man.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Join us next week when we talk about the end of the world. I see y'all.
Probably will be.